Hello and welcome to the Afro-Humanist channel. Guys, this is another of those articles that I found that just breaks my heart and goes to show what kind of religion Christianity is. I walked away from Christianity and I don't regret doing so. Stories like this you're about to hear is one of the reasons why I chose to just be done with Christianity. Enough said. Before I get into the story, please, if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe and turn on your notification bell so when I upload a new video, you'll be the first one to hear about it. And do not forget to, put that thumbs up there and, share the content. Let's get this message out there. So guys, join me. Let's have a look at this article here. So, a Florida Christian school has asked members of the gay and transgender community, that's the LGBTQ community, to leave its school. They've asked people who are members of their school but identify as the LGBT part of the LGBT community to leave altogether. Yeah, because it's a Christian school. So the school, Grace Christian School in Valrico, told the parents in an email that they have to agree to all policies and procedures before their child can start school, which I understand. I get that. And let's hear what they have to say.
I don't care. But there's families that I know of that really have more than a hard time with their children being gay, and it's sad.
All of her children have attended the Grace Christian School in Valrico, but after reading Administrator Barry McKean's June 6th email, she says she couldn't send her youngest daughter back there for her junior year.
I actually respect their opinion, but my daughter's well-being, right, and mental health is more important.
According to the email obtained by NBC News, the school will only refer to students by their sex assigned at birth. It also states, any form of homosexuality or transgender identity is, quote, sinful in the sight of God and the church. The email goes on to say, students who are found participating in these lifestyles will be asked to leave the school immediately.
I have to say about that school, there's some loving teachers at that school. There's teachers at that school that know a lot of these children are gay for sure, and they still love them.
This mom says her youngest daughter never faced discrimination at the Grace Christian School, but at times she felt left out. Before enrolling her at another private school, she asked the owner,
I just want to know if it's Christian based, and he said yes it is. And I said, well, I'm going to tell you up front, my daughter is gay, and I don't know, would that be a problem? He said, no, God loves everybody.
So the school knew about this child being gay and they said it was no problem. So what changed? So apparently this school in Florida says it will only refer to students by their sex assigned at birth. And while pupils who are gay, transgender, or gender non-conforming will be asked to leave the school immediately. The NBC, they obtained an email from the school, and the subject line of the email reads, important school policy points of emphasis. The June 6 correspondence to parents cited scripture and said that students will be referred to by their gender on their birth certificates during the school year beginning this month. While the email refers to biological gender, the National Institute of Health defines gender as a social construct as opposed to sex, which is the biological difference between female and males. While they believe that God created mankind in his image, male and female, sexually different but equal dignity, the email said. Therefore, one's biological sex must be affirmed and no attempts should be made to physically change, alter, or disagree with one's biological gender, including but not limited to elective sex, reassignment, transvestite, transgender, or non-binary gender fluid acts of conduct, according to Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 to 28. Students in school will be referred to by their gender. And they continue and say, we believe that any form of homosexuality, lesbianism, bisexuality, transgender identity, lifestyle, self-identification, bestiality, incest, fornication, adultery, and pornography are sinful in the sight of God and the church, according to Genesis 2:24, Leviticus, Romans, 1 Corinthians, Thessalonians. Students who are found participating in these lifestyles will be asked to leave the school immediately, the email said. While the policy is not new, it must be understood and accepted completely, the email said, adding that the parents would have to agree to all policies and procedures before your student may start school in August. So, my thing is this. Apparently, they said that they are not a hate group. We don't hate students who are of a particular persuasion. The email was a factor in prompting the family of a 16-year-old who is gay and was a student at the school to transfer to another school, another religious school that is more accepting. So it turns out that this young girl was in this school and she's gay. But it looks like there's still Christians, which some people think they can be Christian and be gay. I personally don't understand how you would subscribe to a religion that condemns you, that tells you that you cannot be gay and, gays should be stoned to death. I don't know how you subscribe to that kind of thing, but, it's your choice after all. But my thing is this. It says here that any form of homosexuality, lesbianism, bisexuality, transgender, self-identification. Now, this is where my problem is. Incest, fornication, adultery, and pornography are sinful in the sight of God and the church. So these are the issues they have a problem with. Now, did they kick out children who watch pornography? Did they kick out children who were committing fornication? Did they kick out the teachers who were committing adultery? Did they kick out the people who committed acts that are sinful in the sight of God, that did not entail sex and sexuality? Did they kick those people out? I bet the answer is no. We can't pick and choose here. If something is sinful in the eyes of your God, you must punish everyone and not just anyone who identifies as a lesbian, because it turns out this 16-year-old is a lesbian. So it's okay, right, to bring out these laws. But you find in that school, there'll be people who tell lies on a daily basis. What happens to them? Nothing. There'll be people who steal in that school. What happens to them? Nothing. There'll be people who bear false witness in that school. What happens to them? Nothing. There'll be people who are covetous in that school. What happens to them? Nothing. As far as I'm concerned, all Christians are sinners. You cannot pick one sin over another sin. The last time I checked in your religion, all sins are equal. Big, small, all equal. So you cannot say because someone is identifies as the LGBT, an LGBT person also is equal to someone who lies and steals. They're all the same 10 and 10 pence, right? But you know something? I walked away from this religion for these sort of reasons. I don't need to subject myself to this, and I don't know why people will subject themselves to this. You're better off just telling Christianity bye-bye. Tell them just go away with your nonsense. You can't allow children to be in school anymore. Why are you so invested in these youngsters' private parts? Live and let live. Let them be 16-year-old. They're still finding their way in life. For all you know, that person, that young girl might be gay now, and in 10 years might decide, you know what, okay, that was a phase. Let me just go on. You don't know that, do you? But now you already start being hateful and being discriminatory. It's absurd and crazy. And this is the problem I have with Christianity, right? They talk about, oh, it's a sin before the eyes of God. You do realize that even the tiniest of sin, the smallest of the sin, and the LGBT sin, you do realize they're all the same. If an LGBT person will not make it to your Christian heaven, you who lies, you're not going anywhere. You're all in the same boat. And hey, go ahead, kick these children out of school all you like. Your teachers, if they commit fornication, they should be sacked from their jobs. Your cleaners in the school, if they also sin, lie, steal, backbite, fornicate, they need to be kicked out too. You can't just have one rule for one set of people. Those rules need to, all sins, it must apply to all sins. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this school that thinks they should kick out children that identify as the LGBT, but completely forget that they themselves, the ones who are writing these procedures and rules, they themselves are all freaking sinners. Anyways, I'll catch you in the next video. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, and let's engage. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'll catch you in the next video.